Mr. P's bounce shots has got to be one of the most unique mechanics inside of Brawl Stars. The ability to both hit players from a long distance but also bounce your attacks around walls has many advantages but can also be very difficult to learn. That's why I've created this video, to explain and demonstrate how to use Mr. P's attacks effectively and how to practice different techniques to further improve your gameplay. But before we do hop into the games, I would like to quickly say that if you do like what you see or have any further questions regarding this video, be sure to pop into my Twitch chat. The links are down in the description below. Without further ado, let's hop right into the first game. Okay, so we're spawning in the top right corner of the map, and we have two boxes that spawn right next to us, so we're going to go for this one right here. Hopefully no one's going to try and contest. We do have a spike over here, but we should be able to grab the box pretty safely, and now what we can do is use our range to try and hit the spike from a distance. So I do have the handle with Care Star Power, which is very helpful for getting long range attacks with Mr. P, because he does outrange a lot of people with that bounce attack from his briefcase. So as you can see, being able to almost hit that bow, unfortunately we did miss by just a little bit, but you are normally able to hit a lot of shots. It can be very helpful when playing Mr. P inside of Solo Showdown. So, in today's video, as you can see, we're going to be covering how to use Mr. P's attacks, how you can bounce around corners, walls, and other tips and tricks and tactics that I do want to share today in this video. So one of them, I'm going to start off with showing you, obviously, the basic. You can just do things like this where you just shoot the wall, and obviously your briefcase bounces over. So on this map in particular, if you can get a hold of the bushes right over here, it's actually super handy. Like right now, there's a spike there. We've also got a Leon, actually a Jackie down here. So I'm actually going to see if I can do my best to hit her. She's doing a very good job at juking shots, which I'm just not even going to bother shooting and wasting my ammo, but instead, since we have reloaded and she has fallen back and her guard has been lowered, we should be able to get a little bit more damage on her, because I'm going to try and push her out of the situation. So obviously with the handle with Care Star Power, it's going to be very helpful for us to be able to hit long range shots on these brawlers, because that bounce is going to be very nice to use to get extra range with our attack. That will allow us to hit more brawlers from a distance and also keep our distance, because that's very important. With a brawler like Mr. P, he's not entirely tanky, and he does need that extra range to help him out going up against other brawlers. So right now we are doing a very good job of keeping this Jackie weak. I am trying to push her out of here because I don't want her near me, since she can be a very big threat with a lot of damage, a lot of health. It can be very deadly. We do have these walls here, which is going to be so handy for us to actually hit our shots over the walls. As you can see, being able to bounce them over is so helpful to deal as much damage as possible. And also, like I've said many times before, this star power is really kicking in, being able to do a lot of damage even if there are no walls in the way as well. So Daryl over here, we got a Jackie here as well. I'm looking to place my turret somewhere, although I do want to save it at the same time to use it to tank. That's another thing you want to keep in mind with Mr. P, is that his turret can be very helpful for tanking damage, especially in Solo Showdown, where you might need it most. So that's something you do want to keep in mind. We do have a Jean, a Nita, and a Daryl here. My best bet is to try and not antagonize anyone. So that Nita right there coming around and taking out the Mr. P for us. I'm going to throw my turret just down here to do a little bit of tanking. I am going to use the healing mushroom as well to try and heal up as much as I can, but unfortunately for us, we're not going to be able to pick up the first place victory. But we did take the 6 trophies there. I'm very happy with that game and how I explained a bunch of things. So I did showcase how you can use Mr. P's bounce shot in really interesting situations. So with that wall in the middle bushes on the sides with those walls can be very helpful for just hitting your shots over the walls and hitting people, like we managed to hit that Jackie so many times. And also different niche situations that you can do just with the main sort of bounce attack. But now when we hop into the second game, I'm going to show you how to bounce around corners and some other cool tips and tricks. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Okay, so we are spawning in the bottom of the map. We do have 2 boxes over here on the right hand side. We also got a Colt who's just over here. So I'm going to use my long distance shot to try and hit him, because he's really far away and there's no real walls that we can use to actually try and gain some cover behind and also hit him at the same time. So we are going to actually be able to pick up the kill there. It was very easy. He wasn't really moving very well. We were able to take him out very easily. We are going to go for this power cube over here as well, and then we'll move over to the one just behind these walls here. So in this game, I do want to cover being able to use corners. So actually right there, I did just use the corner to hit the box. But because I do want to cover using corners with Mr. P's attack, because it can be a very useful tactic when you either don't have much wall to work with. So right here is not a very good example, because we have a ton of wall we can work behind. But if you're maybe behind something like this where you only have 2 walls, or if you're on this side where you've only got 1 wall to work with, you can actually bounce your shots around the corners like this. So it's not obviously a very taboo thing. It's very easy to do. But if you don't have that much wall to work with, let me try and find these ones over here. you can sort of tank behind these walls, but also get some nice corner shots on people, and just working with different angles, sort of different ones. You can also wall peek, as you can see. Peeking around the corners can work, although as you can see, the shot does travel a much longer distance, which is not what you want in most situations, especially if someone is just around the wall. So we're going to try and showcase that in this game. We're going to look for an opponent we can go for. So hopefully there's someone in these bushes maybe. We do have a Daryl here actually, so we are going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. I'm going to throw my turret just in the corner there to see if we can maybe bait out some of his shots. So right there we managed to bait out a lot of his shots and get some easy damage on him. I am going to be careful though because he does have his roll, so I don't want to get taken out by that. And I'm also going to be very careful he doesn't come out of these bushes and take us out, because our attack is very short when you use the side of the wall there, so he was probably hiding way off into the distance. We weren't able to hit him there. And as you could see, he was actually flashing his roll, so he's definitely looking at us trying to get the kill. So we're going to be very careful there. Now, this Tara is in a very bad spot, but so is this Nita. We're going to be able to use the wall here to hit the Nita. I don't want her to use that gadget on me, so I'm going to throw my my thing here, my super. We should be able to deal a little bit of damage on this Nita, hopefully. We're going to stay in the corner just behind here, using this wall to our advantage, although the Nita did lose interest, and we are going to need to use that wall instead. Actually, the middle here, a very useful situation for us, because we are going to be able to use this to just peek around the wall like that. We're going to be able to take the first place victory pretty easily there. So, pretty good game right there, being able to use the walls to our advantage. I did showcase how you can use the corners. We didn't really use the corners against an enemy there, but we still managed to use the walls to our advantage against the Daryl and also against the Nita just in the very end there. So, very happy with that game. Let's hop into the third one, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are spawning on the right hand side of the map, and we do have two boxes near us, but we are going to go for the one that spawned just right next to us over here. We should be able to open that up with one more shot, and we're going to grab the cube and then also try and open this one over here. So we actually got a Reek. I'm going to wait for him, sort of bait him towards the box, and I'm going to unload all three attacks here, or actually two of them, and we're going to be able to take him out very easily there with the help of that Spike, who got him weaker from early on. So the Spike over here has got pretty long range as well, although we do have a longer range that we should be able to use against him. So I'm going to do my best to just use that star power as much as I can, peeking behind the walls and trying to bounce my shots, but it looks like none of us are really going to get anything out of that, just trading hits and chipping a little bit of super. So I'm going to leave him alone, let him take care of the top right corner of the map, and we're going to go down to the bottom here and deal with this bee instead, because it should be much easier for us to go against her with these walls for cover. So I actually see a Daryl over here in the storm. We should be able to take him out. I don't know what he was doing. So I'm going to grab this power cube, going to go back to the B, and now I'm going to try and utilize some of these walls for cover to try and bounce shots around, but also hit people as well. So the B, she's just doing stuff. She's in those bushes. We've actually got the upper hand here. We've got this wall that we can use to bounce around, and we've also got a good spot on the map. She's just going to reposition to those bushes over there, but we should be able to hit her, or at least do a little bit of damage to her. So right there, being able to take her out very easily. We've got a bow as well. We do have these walls once again for cover to bounce around and also to just do some stuff. He's going to hide behind these bushes here, so I'm just going to do my best to keep pushing him out. Doing a little bit of wall peeking because we do need the extra distance from our attack. Since he's not actually approaching us, we're applying pressure on him. Although this time around, he's going to try and get a lot closer to us. Going to wrap around these walls here, throw down our porters to do a little bit of damage and to force a lot of his ammo out. So that way, he's forced to run away, and now we have control of the bottom of the map all to ourselves. So I did play that really well there. I will quickly explain what I did. So basically, with that bow, he did get a healing mushroom at some point, which is why he was healing up so quickly, and he was able to apply a lot of pressure and push us out. So that's why I threw down my porters, because if I threw my porter down, he was forced to use his ammo, and because he was forced to use his ammo, he was also forced to back away because he wasn't able to defend himself against us. He had to defend himself against the porters, so we were able to just take control of that side of the map very easily. So unlucky for us, his Spike is now going to go for us because he's got 9 cubes, and he's doing really well. We're actually put in the middle of the map here, unfortunate for us. There wasn't really much I could do because the Spike did decide to go straight for us after going for the bow, but nonetheless still a very good game, and I'm very happy with how he took control of the bottom of the map, utilizing Mr. P's attacks, his bounce shots, and all those kind of things. So without further ado, let's move to the fourth and final game, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are spawning on the right hand side of the map with some boxes just over here, which we will be going for. I'm going to try and hit them both at the same time right here with our sort of AoE type of effect. It's sort of like an explosion from the briefcase, so we should be able to get those 2 cubes right off the back there pretty easily. And now we're going to go for the one just over here, hopefully. Although I'm going to check, we do have some brawls over there, so Shelly and a Mortis sort of doing their own thing. So because they're doing that, we're going to be able to grab the cube. Shelly's going to get a very easy kill on that Mortis, and it's actually a very good situation for us to be in. So we have this wall that we can use to deal damage to her. So I'm going to do my best to not use too much ammo. I'm trying to keep one ammo on me at all times, but she's doing a very good job of juking out shots. So unfortunate for us, she got out of that really bad situation. Pretty much scot-free, didn't take any damage there and didn't charge much of her super, although she is running from us now, which is a really bad situation for her, because running from Mr. P is one of the worst things you can do, because that means he's going to hit more of his attacks on you than he should be. So we did manage to take that Shelly out with the help of the Penny. Then we took the Penny out, and now I got this Jackie just running away from us, which is really good. We should be able to hold this middle ground really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check these bushes up here, and then I'm going to throw my porters just up there to do a little bit of things. So the porter going towards the left-hand side of the map, it's really useful because it tells us where people are. Or at least the closest person to the porter. I do know there's a Jackie here just off of by memory because I've been paying attention to the rest of the game. So I'm going to do my best to see if we can maybe hit her, maybe around this corner here. And we did manage to hit her because she was very close. So utilizing the long and the shorter range attacks by bouncing over the walls or by just using the long full range attack when needed. So I think she's behind the wall once more. We did manage to hit her once again, just being able to predict her her placement right there. She's just chilling in these bushes, taking a lot of damage. I'm hoping that the Shelly will try and get her, although the Shelly looks like she's not actually taking any interest in the Jackie, but instead is going to do some camping as well. I'm going to do the same thing with her, just trying to use my bounces as much as possible. I'm using a mix of the bounce shot around the wall and then obviously the full ranged, full distance attack as well here. So Jackie going to be able to get taken out there because she did get weakened by the mic. I know there's a mic in there, so I'm not going to go straight for the cubes, but instead I'm going to just try and deal some damage to him and then go for the cubes. And now we're actually looking really good. We're in a very good spot on the map. We've been handling these players very well, the Shelly, the Jackie, and all of that. And we have this bottom side of the map all to ourselves along with the porters doing some work. So I'm going to throw one more shot. I'm going to throw out my porterhouse just to get it really aggressive, very close to her. And if she does manage to get away, we should be able to take her out here with the use of our bounce shots around this little square wall in the center. So she's taking a lot of damage here. She still has to take care of this porter who's chasing her around. I think her band-aid just went off and we should be able to finish her off very soon here, being able to take the first place victory. So overall, very happy with that game. I played that extremely well and I feel like I explained it very well in the gameplay. So there's not really much to cover there, but basically in a nutshell from this whole video, Mr. P, if you do have his handle with Care Star power, he does have a lot of extra range when he's shooting out in the open. But you can use that along with his bounce shot when you're hitting a wall or another object in combination to be able to hit all kinds of different people at different ranges. So if someone's really close to you and you've got a wall in between each other, you can actually hit them pretty easily because it shortens the range by a significant amount. But if they're really far away and they're trying to run away and whatnot, you can use just a full range attack to get a lot more damage off, and you can use a mixture of those two attacks to deal as much damage as possible and also pick up some easy kills. So overall, I'm happy with how this video turned out. Hope you guys did enjoy it as well. If you did, please leave a like and do consider subscribing to the channel because I upload these how to win style videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I am actually on holidays now, so I should be uploading on Saturdays as well. We'll see about that. Anyways, if you do have any further questions or suggestions, be sure to pop into my Twitch chat. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The links are down in the description below. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys, and as always, keep sweating. Okay, he can actually hit me there. Give me my super.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh, no way! No way! There's no way! No way, dude! I'm actually insane! I'm actually insane, dude!